Alright, I am, I think, a little later than I said I was going to be today, but we are here. And... Alright, I'm gonna give it a few minutes before I properly get started to see if anyone decides to come on in. Do I want to bother to do the thing where I post the stream on the socials? I kind of don't. It feels like a lot of effort. There was an update to this game. Actually, can I, like, see the Steam news from, like, inside the client? No? Alright, don't feel like. There was an update today. There were some new cursors added, some new, difficulty modifiers added. I don't think there was anything major. Oh, he added some new fan art, I see. Added screen shake and dialogue sections when characters get mad, made gem sparkle occasionally in hard mode. Oh, and that's alright, he also added, like, a turbo hint setting, just in case you really want to use the hint system. Yeah, I don't think there was anything major. I don't think there was any new levels or anything added, but we're gonna go and play through this. There's something under my desk. I should move it. I'm probably gonna be kicking it a couple times in the stream. Alright, anyway, Okay, that's where I put it. Yeah, we're gonna go and turn that on. Beyond that... I should probably at least, like, go annoy my friends about this and tell them that I'm gonna be doing this. Who should I annoy today? Alright, I think that's enough of that. Alright, so, what's it been? Has it been 2 or 3 minutes? Shall I get started? I think I'll get started. So, let's go and, turn off the thing on OBS. This says starting soon. I'm pretty sure that at least once or twice I've gone through, like, an entire stream with that thing open. What are there, 12 worlds? So we're a little less than halfway here. Halfway through. Let's see. How far did World 4 did I get? Okay, I got almost all the way through World 4. The Mist Continent. Let's see. Oh yes, this was the last one. That was hard. Oh, did I not get one of the cards in 4-3? I'm gonna do this. I do want to go out of my way to get all the cards. This is gonna be my warm-up for today. Let's see. So, okay, so this is like multiple islands. Cards are usually hidden in places like in crevices between, like, rocks or under... I'm pretty sure that slime is like a reference to Koopa Man. I'm pretty sure there are slimes representing all the main characters to be found somewhere in this game. That's the only one which I really, like, remember, though. Cards are often found, like, in crevices or sometimes, like, inside the tents, like, underneath things. I don't see that many, like, interiors in this map, though, except for this, and I guess that counts as an interior. I don't see any card in there, though, so I'm gonna go look elsewhere. Yeah, there was something behind that one. Something behind this one. There's probably money or something behind that one. Chomp. There's nothing that I can move aside inside this interior section, is there? I don't think so. These aren't choppable, right? Those are just like sharpened sticks, not choppable. Oh no, that's a bird. I thought that was a card in the tree. What bird is that? I know I've heard it outside, but I've never, like, put it to a specific species. Is this a... There we go, okay. So that's the last card in 4 or 5, I think. So that's, gonna go and, nope, we're gonna go and leave. Because that's all I really wanted to do here. Let me go into the menu and get a bigger... That was a fan art series, a bigger view of that. That was this one, I think. Is that like, that's like a meta reference of the crew making their own game? Alright. So, 4-6, I think is going to be where we're going to go. That little warm-up out of the way. This is... Alright, this is a regular level, not a spot the difference level. Here we have a block with some money in it. Good way to get started. So we got a lot of fruit, one-eyed cat, some seashells, a clay tablet, frogs, meowth amulet thingies, and sprouts. Those sprouts are going to be hard to find because they look like exactly all the other vegetation in this game. Is that one of the seashells? I think that's one of the seashells. Turn the flashlight on and off. Alright, so that's food. Let's see, where am I likely to find? Is there any, like, a boomerang or a bone? There's only the one animal. The one, like, cat or dog animal in this one. Nothing happens. Nothing important happens when I move the boat, I don't think. Is this a cutaway? It is. Alright, what can I find in here? There's a tablet. Anything else down here? I saw something shake. Although it's possible that that was just because I clicked on something. I saw that sparkle. See, like, this boat, it's not even, like, in the way of this thing. I would have expected that, something like this. Like, usually these are the things that move, like the boats or the logs or the canoes or whatever. There's going to be something behind them. But this one wasn't even in the way of the tablet. I wonder if that was a mistake. Alright, I saw that sparkle. There's 21 gems to collect in this world. That's a frog. That's one of the 3. Anything in here? No? Just some kind of shell of some sort. Random hovering musical notes? Is this one of the sticks? That is one of the sticks. Okay. Yeah, those are going to give me trouble, I can tell. That's not mobile. Alright, that's one of the meow thingies. Just grab that. Pokeball. I should go over here first. Okay, so that's a banana. Which is not... I thought the banana was one of the targets. Oh, it's 3 bananas that's one of the targets. Okay, so that's a mushroom. Any other... Can that move? Alright, that's 3 bananas. Can I click on this thing and anger it? Let's say a giant squid enemy from other various EBF games. Got some yellow mushrooms, some red mushrooms. Coconut isn't one of them, right? No. I think I already picked up something that was similar to one of those shells. What about back here? You don't have anything for me either? Really? Again, surprising. By the way, there's no trees to chop in here, are there? I haven't seen any notches in trees so far. Yeah, I don't see any trees that look especially choppable. Alright. Interact with 4 slimes that look like developers as a Steam achievement. Alright, so that is one of the developer reference slimes. I can't remember what other ones I've seen. That one looked like Lance, kind of. Is that a frog? That's a frog. Alright, I'm gonna take that. That's just okay, that's not important. That's a meow thingy, so that's 2 out of those 3. Okay, so that mushroom, the mushroom that we're looking for is more like iridescent. A lot of snakes in this room. Is that a gem? I think that's a gem. That's a gem. I don't know if these trees are supposed to, like, be a reference to anything, any particular plant in particular, but they do kind of remind me of... Hello. Well, I shouldn't say they remind me, but they are the same design as some of the trees in some of the jungle areas in EBF 5. But I don't know if there's a specific species of tree that it's a reference to. Hello, Epic Gatop Factory. Epic Gatop Fantasy Factory. I don't know where I got that from. Have I really looked around this part yet? I kind of went back and forth across it a couple of times. Is that a card? That is a card. Okay, that's one of the concepts. I kind of went back and forth across this area a couple of times, but I haven't really stopped to look. Alright. Gonna grab that. Do need to remember always... That's not one of our bananas. I do need to remember always to, make the bushes and slimes and what have you jump in the air, because maybe about 30% of the time there's something underneath them. I don't think I've looked on this island yet. Let's look over here. Okay, so that's one of those. And we're now down to the final 11, I suppose. They fit on the screen. There's a currency. Only 5 more currency. I'm making good time on the currency. I don't usually get all of those this quickly. That's another Meowth. Meowth amulet. Shells, pink mushroom, boomerang. Boomerang could be anywhere. Oh, there's an apple here. A bone. And... Are you doing anything important back there? Can I make these guys... Alright, that's the bone. I'm gonna stay here, thank you. That's another one of those GS balls back there. Boomerang? Boomerang. So those guys didn't have anything. Anything in here? There's a giant spider in there. Lovely. Alright, that's the one-eyed cat. I also still need one more card. Not completely sure where I can find those. Why are there so many banana peels? Oh, I guess it's a monkey thing. Oh, there's the mushroom. Okay. This is EBF 3 music, I think. The starting area in EBF 3. Yeah, the sound of the monkey. These last two, like, sapling things are gonna give me trouble. I saw that one coming a mile away. Where was the first one? The first one was, I think, just here. So, I guess I'm gonna be looking for things like that. This is not a cutaway tent. Okay. Also, this flat shell. Is that a pearl? Alright, I think that's a pearl. That's something that I could collect. Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay, I'll take it. It does happen once in a while that I just, like, click on something else to see if it has a funny interaction, or if I just, like, put my mouse down somewhere so that I can click and drag, and I just so happen to grab one of the targets. Probably maybe once a level or so that happens. It's been less than 9 minutes in this level, which is pretty fast for one of the later ones in a world. But for the sake of time, I had a couple in a previous stream, which I took like 30 minutes or 25 minutes to get through, and I don't really want to let things go that fast, so for the sake of time, maybe when I get to 10 minutes, I'll start using the hints. Also, like, where's the last card? Not what I expected to find in there. Where is the last card? Where was the first card? I think the first one was just, like, on top of this rock or something. I think there was a gem on there. The bad monitor turned red where? I didn't see... I only saw this one. Is there another one somewhere in here? Did I make you jump yet? What is that? Is that a big mushroom? If I look around the... Oh, the bad monkey, yeah, this guy. If I look around the base of the other vegetation, that's kind of where I found the first one of these saplings. I wonder if I'll find the other two similar places. Or that could be completely different. Are there any more cutaways? There's underwater octopus there. Are there any more cutaways like this? I don't really see any space for them. I guess I'll assume that that's the only one in this level. Oh, here's another one. So now I just need 3 targets, 4 gems, and a card. Well, we'll start off with this. It's around the middle part of the level. This cutaway is the middle-ist part of the level, but it's not very big, and I don't see anything that looks like that exact color and shape. Again, I don't really know what the threshold for middle of the level is. How far away from the middle of the level I should go. That's a different shell. The compass is probably going to be on the boats, or around one of the boats, or around, like, one of these semi-inhabited looking places, right? That seems like a logical place for a compass. Oh wait, is this it? That's it. Alright, it wasn't exactly the same color. I guess there's, it's like an evening time of day. Hello, Sledge. Behind the peacock when it hides the feathers. True. Where's the peacock? I didn't notice a peacock. Let's start with that. Oh, this one here? Okay, that's the compass. Good idea. That was, yeah, the shell was just here. Usually if it says, if the target is behind something, it will say that in the second hint. The first one is just like geographic proximity. Anyway, so one more of these saplings. Speaking of geography, what is part of the level that I haven't really found much in yet? 'Cause sometimes I can do that and it works. I haven't found much, like, back here yet. Is there a chance that it's back here? But then again, it probably wouldn't also be really close to that other one, so maybe it's not there. Oh look, tennis ball. I know that, and I don't think I've picked this one up yet, but there is also achievements for doing things like clicking on every type of ball or every type of sports equipment or whatever. Wonder if I'll manage to do that by the end of the game. Alright, well... eastern area is what the hint system says, so... East of probably... these 2.5 islands, probably. I also haven't seen that many, like, movable objects in this particular level compared to previous ones. Okay, that changed it to, I think... Is that EVF 5 Fortress music? I think that's EVF 5 Fortress music. Oh, here we go. Alright, that's the last one here. And I'll come back for the other stuff some other time. Alright, next level. This is going to be 4-7. I believe this is going to be the last one. Hey, Anna, why are there slime monsters that look like us? So this is going to become another meta joke, too. Are you not entertained? Well, I didn't ask for this. So I guess it depends on whether Drago likes them or not. They're cute. Just this hair just in slime format. I agree, they are very adorable and squishable. I kind of want to burst them. I got there ahead of you, Matt. Anyway, I guess it's okay this time. Just be careful when drawing people as blobs in. It's a very sensitive topic. Okay, boss guy, I'll be careful. I can't remember off the top of my head what the other ones look like, though. I only saw the Matt and Lance slimes. Anyway. Let's see. So, 4-7. Hey, Drago, this level is my masterpiece. I hope you like it. Wow, okay, there's only one option here. And I hope you're not afraid of water. Alright, insert 7.8 out of 10 joke here. So this is a sunken temple. There's tablets that say meow on them. Ooh, that's a lot of individual things. Alright, so gold blocks that spell meow. Very nice. Money makes the world go round. Is that is one of them? Okay. Haven't memorized all the targets yet, but there's a lot of gold. Interact with 16 types of spherical objects. Very nice. See, there's also some of these fancy helmet things and an underwater Game Boy. But let's start with the letters. There was nothing in there. Can I move this fish? Is that fish in the way? It's a silly question. Yeah, most of the stuff in this one is yellow. There's a lot of gold here, including the like dead animal skeletons. Although I guess you could say that that's like a filter going through the greenish like light. Anyway, nothing in there. All right, so that's the M in meow. Triforce? No Triforce. Nothing behind there. All of the, like, sea animals are facing the same way. They're, like, watching something that's happening off in this direction or something like that. Let's see. I feel like you're gonna reveal something. Okay, that's a sword. I'm sorry to hear about that. Sword getting stuck in you and you just carried on with your day. Let's see. Was a skull one of them? The cat was one of them. Alright. Skull was not one of them. There's a gem in the eye. We like hiding things in the eyes of these statues, I've noticed. I still haven't found Yao yet. I've only found M. Hello. It's in a Minecraft block. What is that supposed to be? I think I compared it in previous streams to like the monoliths from the cosmic monoliths from EVF 5, but it doesn't really. It's got the eye, but it's not monolith shaped. Okay, so that's the hexagon. Here lies the remains of what was once the Devourer. Yeah, I guess. There's some spare tentacles growing up from the bottom, which don't really appear to be attached to the rest of the monster. Can I go in here? I can. Alright, I can hit the gold. Oh, I can go in the bottom too. Doesn't look like there's anything down here though. Thank you. I also haven't found any cards yet. I still feel like this heart should be currency, but it's not. The fish. Oh, is that one of them? I guess that was one of them. Oh, there's 3 free-floating red tentacles. That's going to be impossible to find. There are so many things that, like, are almost that shape. Okay, so that's the blue tang. Is that okay? That is one of them. That's one of them. That's the one of the skulls. Acorn. That thing's a bit of a long way from home, isn't it? Nothing in there. Is there really nothing in here? Guess not. Magic wand? Magic wand's not a target. You think it's a sea cucumber. The tentacle thing? I guess it could be. Although I think sea cucumbers are usually a little bit more round and like water balloon shaped, at least the ones that I've seen. Well, there's one. Whatever it is. There's also just a watermelon. A lot of just, like, gold. There's gonna be a lot of, probably, treasures hidden inside the gold piles, aren't there? I feel like that would be a good hiding place. I swear I saw a sparkle, but I think it might have just been, like, a water particle or something. Oh, these guys make noise when you click on them. Where's the rest of the Eow? I kind of expected that to be one of the easier ones to find. There's the little anthropic thing. Ever since I saw someone point out that this looks like the Kurt Vonnegut butthole, I can't unsee it. And now the rest of you will never be able to unsee that either. 15 out of the 22 shinies. 16 out of the 22 shinies. There's also a gold cross and 2, like, helmets. Where would the helmets be? I haven't seen many grayish silver things. Game Boy between the tentacles. Here. Yes, alright. Thank you, sir. Also, this was a little bit on the bigger side. I was looking for things that were more like the size of these corals, but maybe I should think a little bigger than that for the tentacles. More money. Have I asked you to move aside yet? If I have, there's nothing there. Wait, is this one of them? That's one of them. Okay, so the helmets aren't going to be, like, bluish. They're going to be more greenish because of the... I think that was another one of the settings that was added in the most recent update. Is there a setting to turn off the, like, the visual filters? I'll leave it on because I like the way it looks, but I think there might have been something like that added. Alright, well, in that case, a greenish helmet, then. Shark. Did I miss a shark? Is there a shark that I should ask to move? Alright, that's the bird. Also, I've been meaning to ask, I am curious, how many of you have played this game so far, and or just played, whether that's just a little bit of it, there's a card, or if you've gotten to the end already? Because I'm curious, I've only been doing a couple hours of this a week, so I imagine that I'm pretty behind the curve on some of these things. Curious if you've all, that's the E in meow. If you've already gotten to the end and discovered all that there is to discover, and you know where everything is already. Did I ask you to open your mouth? If I did, there's nothing in it. There's also a second card. Sea cucumber west of the previous one. West of the previous one, sticking out from behind a pillar. I take it that's one of these. Sticking out from behind. Oh, here we go. Good eye. There's not much of that thing visible. Something tells me that either the watermelon, this slime, or both are going to be disguised with a bunch of these. I couldn't remember if that beetle was currency or not. Oh, here's a slime. So that's, yep, right next to those. What about the watermelon? You were thinking about buying this, but you bought Subnautica instead? I feel like Subnautica is a game that I would like if I played it, but I have never played it. Maybe someday. There's a currency there. I'm almost, the pinger should be going off now when I see, when I sort of get close to, oh, here's a, I think that's a card. Funny that you mentioned it during an underwater level. Yeah. Well, there are a significant number of underwater levels in this game that we've seen so far. Like, a lot of the last two worlds have been underwater. Or if not underwater, involving a lot of water with underwater cutaway sections. So we just need to find Ow, a helmet facing to the left, a watermelon, and a sea cucumber tentacle thing. Is this another one? That is another one. Alright, so hidden in much the same way that the second one was. Where was the helmet? The helmet was this thing. That really blends into the background. So if it's going to be anything like that, I'm going to have to really use my brain to find the last one of those. Oh, here. Alright, that's another helmet. I don't think in this level I've just like... Oh, there's the watermelon too. I don't think in this level I've just found anything by accident, but that one helmet was just like... It just happened to be right under my cursor, and I would have picked it up if I just clicked randomly. Anyway, I just need to find Ow and 2 gems, and I haven't heard the pinger go off yet. The first gem was... Where was the first gem? I think they were kind of in the middle. I wonder if I should look a little bit farther out. Okay, so one of the gems, I think that was the E, was on here on that rib cage. And I think the first the M in meow was it this thing? No, that was a different one. It was somewhere around there. But I do kind of want to look in the middle for the rest of the meow. These don't open their mouths. No, those dragon things. Nothing hidden inside there. Hmm. Something tells me that they'll be sticking out from behind other objects. There's a gem. Something tells me that they'll be sticking out from behind other objects. But when, like, everything is yellowish green, there's not really... Oh, the first one was behind that stingray. When everything on screen is yellowish green, that doesn't really help me as much as a geographic reference might. I guess it could also be like down in the bottom, and then it would be tinted reddish. Is that a broken? Oh no, that was a piece of leaf. That was the W. Okay. Well, I just need an O then. It's been 14 minutes. I guess I'll ask for a. All right, so somewhere on the left side. We'll start using the hint system now then. That was the sword, I think, in there. The left side. Those tentacle noises are so, like, weird. I also still haven't heard the pinger go off for the last gem. I am using that cursor, right? I don't think I switched the cursor. I'm pretty sure this, like, blue pointer thing was the correct cursor for that. Well, 16 minutes. I guess we'll move on. I might have to move something out of the way to find it. Okay. What have I not moved out of the way yet? I think I've moved all the fish that can move. Have I not moved all the stingrays? Oh, wow, that was easy. Okay, right there. I guess I didn't move that stingray yet, and I will just skip that last gem for now. You finished? What did you think? There were no cats. Well, yeah, cats don't like water. Yeah, I was kind of wondering while I made it, does this game even need to have cats in it? We chose cats because they're much easier to draw than humans, but they kind of make the game feel childish. I love drawing spooky art very much, and cats are obviously not spooky. So I took a chance making something different, and I think it turned out great. Alright, well, I did like that. I don't know, it's definitely not scary, but it's definitely different all the same. So here, Red Pine Country, so I don't think this one's going to be a water level, unless it's like pond scum water or something like that. Froggo's Cabin. So 5-1. This I expect will be a little bit on the smaller side compared to the ones that we've been looking at. Yeah, there's only 10 search targets here. plenty of red pines. Should I start by going and trying to chop trees? Are there any trees that I can chop? There's a card just sitting there. That was easy. Don't usually find the cards quite that quickly. The red fox just wants to nap in the neighbor's garden. Best to leave her alone and make sure that the dogs don't disturb her. Alright, valid. Let's go and take one of those. Can I open these beehives? I can. Alright, so there's a bee in there. There's an angry cat. Some lovely solar arrays. No leaves? No, like, blobulous frogs? No, no spiders? Different creepy crawly, though. No rubber ducks, either. Nothing in there. I can't make those pictures fall off the wall. Alright, so that is the rubber duck in the cuckoo clock. Choppable tree southeast of the pond. That's a recolor of one of the ones in the other levels. Southeast of the pond. Oh wait, I'm looking west. You said southeast. Alright, yeah. Okay, so I can make you go hopping around, but I'm looking for a bit more of an orb of a frog. Where was the other one I chopped? Here? Alright, so that's one of the classic poison dart frog designs. There's a bear trap. Hello. Take that if you don't mind. There's a bear trap. There's an oak leaf. If I had to think of a place where the bear trap might be, it would probably be around the periphery. Maybe not quite, just like in the middle. Alright, millipede. Tomato. What about the oak leaf? Oak leaf could be like anywhere. Oh, there's a bear trap. Alright. Around the periphery. That instinct was correct. Sorry, owl. Let's see. The frog's gotta be around the water, right? Around one of the ponds. Can I really not move all this stuff out of the way? I will take that. There haven't really been too many trees to look at the canopies of for gems and stuff recently. Maybe I should get back in the habit of doing that. What about the other poison dart frogs? Five more of those to find. Can I move the swing? Alright, I can bounce it, but I can't, like, move it. Leaf on top of the tree. Ah, right. Alright. That should have been easy to find, because it's, hard contrasting colors, too. I'm wondering about the spider. I feel like the spider is... There's a good chance that the spider is going to be inside something, like one of these pots. Or inside a log. Oh, hi! Okay, I was looking for a spider, but I'll take you also. And honestly, the same goes for, hello. The same goes for the frogs, too. Or the poison frogs, not the orb frogs. The orb frogs are usually just out and about. That's a alternate colored frog. Can I move this? Alright, so there's a spider behind the cart. I can move the cart. I don't think the frogs would be the last things to be found on the level. Those I usually see pretty quickly. At least compared to other things. I can take a bite out of the cabbage, but I can't take more. I swear I saw a sparkle. It might have just been a raindrop. will just anger you. Where would the orb frog be? Can't think of too many other places where it would make sense to have one of those. Maybe the leaf pile is between the houses. Good idea. Alright, I didn't realize that those were... There we go, that's one. I didn't realize that those were, like, not part of the ground. There's another one over there. Gems. Alright, well, now I have to go and smash all the leaf piles. Well, I hope you enjoy your stay, Taher or Phaley. I know I didn't get that right, but an attempt was made. The YouTube recommendation algorithm is just like that sometimes. Is that a gem? No, that was a leaf. I knocked the owl out. Sorry, owl. Yeah, so if you're not familiar, Taher, this is basically Where's Waldo, but with various cartoon animals and other things. There's another one of those gems. Just one more of those. And again, I haven't heard the cursor pinging, so don't know what exactly to make of that. Is there anything in the bag? There's not anything in the bag. Frog on the left side of the cutaway stump. This cutaway stump or this one? Or is there another one, like this giant one up here? For that matter, I don't actually remember which one of these I did chop down. Although I think this was one of them. Oh, okay. That one I definitely picked up by accident. Oh, inside the stump house. Okay. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. I was thinking the choppy axe ones. Okay, so there was something inside that house. We're going on 9 minutes. Should I use I think I'll start thinking about hints now. Middle part of the level? Okay. Oh, did I find all the gems? I guess the one that I picked up by accident was the last one. Middle part of the level. Oh, alright. So inside, sort of inside a container. So that's that. We're gonna head on to the next one. And, oh, by the way, I forgot to ask you this earlier. Do you prefer cats or dogs? So for the longest time, I would have been a designated dog person because cat allergies, but I no longer have cat allergies, apparently, so I say... I don't know, I like both. Whichever are, like, within petting distance, that's what I like the best. Do I like reptiles or birds? I mean... Are there many animals I don't like besides, like, arthropods? Yeah, so we can... I haven't done that except by accident, I don't think. Is it time to go and take a bit of an intermission to do that? Alright, no snakes or lizards though. I don't think those would work. The cursor... Alright, so it's not just my imagination. Should I just, like, select it again? Did something, like, break in the update? There were a couple cursors. Should I just enable that one? There's a different one that pulsates when it's near something. Anyway, if I officially claim an achievement, I should get some currency for Ball Bouncer, for Blobjects, and were there any others that I haven't claimed yet? I can get some currency for that, and we can go and unlock some things. Okay, so let's just go and waste my money on some of these interface skins. I think this should be enough to unlock all the interface skins, and that in and of itself should be worth another achievement. Which I should be able to claim for money once the thing gets out. There we go. There we go. I got 10 Great British Pounds back for that. So so these are all cats and dogs, right? No, no snakes or lizards. Got some really exotic ones there, though. That looks like a lion. Like a Vulpix or Ninetales or something. Pikachu. Wow, there's a lot of mascots. Alright. We'll definitely look through those eventually. So this is gonna be a farm. We've got 20, 20, and 1 targets. Let's see. This is very standoutish. Is that it? Nope, that's not a target. Can't harass the birds. Alright, so should I start with the obvious ones? Choppable things, bushes that I can destroy, whatever that is right there. Somebody left a radio in a tree. Slightly spooky music. Alright, this is choppable. Alright, so that's one of them. Is that a gem? That's a gem. Can go and grab that. Any other choppable trees? Here. I think I see something behind it. Nope, that was just the moss, but that's a different beaver, apparently. Old grass snake. Are those stones or eggs? I think those are stones. Is that? No, that is not an axe mark. Oh, there's a star on top of the telephone pole. Mom. Okay, I think that's all the choppable things. So now it's time to start looking a little bit closer. All these mushrooms I can take a bite out of, although I don't think there's really a point to it. And the joke isn't as funny the 50th time you do it, so I think I'll just leave him. There was a crow there. Was there a crow on top of the telephone poles? I think that's a magpie. Not quite a crow. Tired-looking orange bushes, I guess is how we'll describe that. Alright, we can disturb the chicken. There's another bush. A lot of gems back here. Is that toilet paper? Why is there toilet paper just... Did somebody like storage chest explode or something like that? What is this? Very distinguished looking dog. I still need one of the tame orange bushes. I guess I could start looking inside. I don't think an orange bush is going to be found inside, though. Oh, there's multiple radios in here, okay. this the Red Pine Town music from EBF5? I think it is. Cats and dogs grocery shopping. Is that what I'm looking at? I remember the Red Pine Town music from EBF5 was surprisingly, like, intense for the kind of area that it was. But I can't quite summon it to mind, so I don't know if this is it or not. Thank you. Oh, somebody fell off the ladder. Did I make you jump? It did, but there wasn't anything useful behind. Yeah, now I'm gonna have to explode all the leaf piles. Boink. Oh, there's 3 of those. Okay, so I need 2 more of those. Have I seen any others? Is that a gear? Oh no, the gear that I'm looking for is flat. Like this. Not like that? Okay, it looks a lot like that one. I really like how when you zoom out the music fades out. Alright, that's one of those. Oh, is that a potato? It was in like a... It's next to a bin full of potatoes. I can open the hood. Oh, okay. That was another one that I found by accident, but I will take it. Are these cats that make noises like cows? Is that what I'm hearing here? I saw that shaking. That's another one of the potatoes. Alright, so I think I'm gonna need to look inside containers for the last potato. Did I move this aside? What are you eating? Is that just a thing of cheese? Nothing in there. There's also a hammer. Am I likely to find a hammer around the tools that are lying around? There's another bear trap. Oh, there's the last potato. Alright, right out in the open. Didn't especially have to work for that one. I also need the last card. I mean, the only card. There's only one in this one. Just gonna eat your hamburger right there. What is that? Oh, is that a level? I think that's a level. Okay. I haven't looked in this middle section yet. I bet there's 1 or 2 other things I can find in this middle section. Is that a guinea pig? Is that just a scream as part of the background music? Why is there a sofa in the middle of a cornfield here? That's another bird. Odd place to set up, isn't it? Oh, is this the last bird? Alright, one right after the other. I feel like the card is going to be out in the wilderness somewhere for some reason, and I don't really know why, because a lot of them aren't. Is that an Easter egg? I guess that's appropriate. Easter is next week. I don't believe this game contains anything like time sensitive. Bear trap south of the dog on the sofa. South of the dog. Okay, here. It did not circle to follow that one direction. That is the nauseated cat. That's the last one there. I need 1 more orange bush. A hammer, a gear, which I could swear was this thing that you're sitting on here, but it's not circling when I click on it, so I guess it isn't. And a beehive. In the last level, there were beehive containers, but I don't think in this one. Where would a beehive be? I guess under a tree, obviously, but not necessarily, because I could see some environmental storytelling where that would end up not being the case. I love that scream. Where would the last gear be, though, if not for this? I can't open the... Alright, so I can't open the thing behind the windmill. Can I open these? Storage silos? No. I also still have a lot of gems to go, which is a little unusual because in the last couple of levels I've been pretty good at finding most of the gems. Do these move? Alright, wow, okay. Those move. So that's another one of the... That's another one of those bushes and currency. And can I eat the mouse's cheese? I can, but every time I do it, the cart moves back, so I have to... Alright. So two tools and a beehive. One of these is not like the other. Between the windmill arms? Oh yeah, alright. I think that's not even the first car that's been hid behind the blades of a windmill like that in this game so far. So that's Natalie. It is 10 minutes. I'll look for another minute or so and then I'll start using the hint system. Is this the gear? That's the gear, okay. So we got that. Is the hammer also going to be out in the, like in the discard pile back here? Not that there's not also just clutter just in between these rows of like wheat and stuff. That gem right there. Beehive north of the metal wheel. This metal wheel? Yeah, the music is pretty intense in this one. Oh, here's another choppable thing. Alright, so gonna just grab that. Did not get that earlier. North of the metal wheel is in the one that I just clicked on. Just a scrap pile. Oh, here, I see. In the tree right there. And lastly, we have a hammer. I guess I'll just use the hint system. So, on the left side, I'm gonna say west of the slow windmill. That's a different hammer. Oh, that moves, okay. So I can just grab some currency that was back there. What about... I haven't found much in the interiors. Just 2 potatoes and a gem or 2, and that's it. I don't think this is where penguins usually live. East of the donkey. East of this donkey. Is this it? Alright, that is it. Alright, so that's all the primary goals. I think I will carry on. Thank you for the help as always. 5-3. Autumn camping. Froggo's cabin. Ruffle Glen farm. Autumn camping. Alright. Let's see. was doing well in the beginning of that one, then I just hit a wall. Oh, goody, it's a spot the difference. So, most of these haven't been that bad. There's a broom that's different here. But the last one... that's an owl. The last one I had a very hard time with. And I needed a lot of help with that one. Hopefully we'll be back to not being completely, like, out of it. This is a different color. Thank you. These are the same, those are the same. Just poking the fish. Alright, I can't make you move. These clams do not open. Some of the bigger clams open. No, that one does not. That's a gem. It doesn't look like there's anything important there. Same hat, same dog, same rope, same fish, same leaf. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, the leaf was the same. Alright, penguin and duck. Which is the color of the penguin. Alright. I feel like there's something different about this, but I can't put my finger on it. Apparently a lot of people have just been spam clicking everywhere. And sort of brute forcing the entire game, which I guess is a valid strategy if you really aren't that interested in the level design. Duckling missing on the east side of the map. Oh, alright, I see. One of the changes that was made in the Today update was to make it so that spam clicking is less of a viable strategy in that, like, only a certain number of hints are visible at once. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave it on. I'm not really into spam clicking anyway, and I don't want this to take even longer, so I'll just be playing it straight. I go in here. Alright, different blackboard. What is this, like a schoolhouse? Different sword. I think everything else inside is the same. I saw something... Alright, thank you. I think this campsite is the same. Alright, that's a card. Definitely gonna put that in our pocket. This is Lance hard at work. Or hardly working. There's a dog and there's not a dog, so we're just gonna take that one. What about... Alright, Pearl. There is not a dog there. Making good time on this one so far. Boink. Alright, I see the shiny. Have I checked in there yet? Here's another interior. Are these dogs the same? I think these dogs are the same. Nothing else seems to be different. Alright, different skull. We already checked those, right? I think we already checked those. Tree and not a tree. For some reason, the missing things are much harder than the differences, at least to me. System froze, so restarted, but before I left, there was a missing baby duck in the bottom right. I think so. This one over here. I think I checked everything else on this side. I think, I'm surprised there's nothing at all that I could find, target, gem, or otherwise inside Inside this little hollowed out barrel there. Is this raccoon the same? This isn't a big level, which is probably fortunate for me. Something feels different about the middle over here. Can I move that? I cannot move that. Can I move this? Oh, hello. And I am down to the final 3 gems, so again, the thing should start pinging if I go near one. Which I haven't seen it do yet. I'll try to remember to not click on a gem immediately if I find it, just to see if the pinger is working. And if it isn't, I'll, I don't know, report a bug or something. I don't know if there's an official way of doing that, besides just complaining on the Steam forums or messaging Matt on Bluesky or something. Okay, so it's not my imagination. Sledge said that earlier when I was near a gem, it wasn't doing it either. There's still 3 differences that I haven't found yet. Better than the last one, where it was like half of them that I couldn't find, but... Left of the sauna house. Left of... Oh, that's the outhouse, not the sauna. The sauna this one? The sauna's this one. Oh, here? Yeah, it's definitely not pinging. What's the time code in the stream? 111? I'm sure Matt will be able to reproduce this easily, and he won't need, like, a video explanation of it, but... I wonder if... Was that another change made by any chance? Like a gameplay setting that was changed? We're gonna go and just continue on. How patient do I feel like being with this? Should I start using hints a little earlier, or should I look a little longer? These are the same. I thought that there wasn't one of these rocks on the other side for a moment, but no, that was just behind the timer. The oysters are the same. Oh, this lily pad is and isn't there. Are there like any missing planks in the boardwalk? Don't think so. Usually the missing items are a little bit more large than just a little you know, plank of wood. My foot just fell asleep and it's very uncomfortable. What about back here? I haven't seen much back here. Besides this, like, horror movie character. The birds are the same. The tops of the trees, I think, are the same. I don't see any... Oh, this is different. Alright. I've just got one more. And again, like, a lot of the last ones have been... like, objects that just aren't there. And I don't know why that seems to be harder for me. You think for most people those would be the easy ones. Alright, I guess I'll just start using the hint system for the last one. It's been about 10 minutes. Around the middle. Okay, what could that be? For example, I'm not counting the fireflies, because those are not really part of the game world. The campsite looks... I already found that one. Like, do you think you have to, like... Hang on, I'll just actually check the update notes. There were definitely changes to the cursor system because there were some additional cursor implementations. But I didn't see when I was scanning through before the stream anything about, like, removing the cursor effect. Anyway, back to this. So around the middle of the level, which I kind of take to mean, like, within some radius of this, this boardwalk here. There's usually not anything on the outside of the cutaway sections, right? I don't think so. The blue wagon, yeah, there was... I think there was a gem or something behind it. That might have been while you were AFK. Interesting. When I click on the campfire, it makes, like, fire particles. That's a neat little detail. Different cursors for gems. It's possible. I did switch cursors earlier. The first time I started to be suspicious that it wasn't, like, working. But the description still says the same thing, and it's, this one isn't working either, apparently. Alright, let's try another hint. Visible outside somewhere, so it's... I mean, not a lot of interior space, so that wasn't the most helpful version of that hint, but... Let's see if I can find it now. Just, like... maybe zooming out a little bit without resorting to the last hint. I can anchor you. Little details like this dragonfly or frog or platypus thingy, mouse. I think we're getting away from the... I think we're getting away from the middle of the screen now. These things the same? These details, I think they are. It's sometimes worth just clicking on all the plants, because sometimes things do pop out of them. Not very consistently, but once in a while. Has there been no music this entire time? Or did I accidentally turn that off at some point? Well, that was the last hint. Should I just use the last one and move on? I guess I will. We're gonna go and... Oh, the lantern. Okay. One has a lantern, one doesn't. It still had to glow, though, as if there was a lantern in the one scene. I love making little camping-themed levels because these are the sorts of places I'd love to visit someday. Cozy little log cabins in the woods or on some little island with a crackling fire, sounds of nature, and no access to brain-rotting internet. Or even better yet, if I could afford to, I'd love to buy or even build my own. But they do say the best way to stop loving something is to buy it, so maybe visiting one would be enough. Alright, so that took a little longer than maybe it had to. Let's move on to... Hold on a sec! I gotta tell you, this is the only level in the game with very loud music, so maybe turn your volume down if you're not ready for that. I'll turn it up. Alright then. How loud are we talking? Oh, nice. Got a rock concert here. I like this. Alright, 22 targets, 21 gems, 2 cards. Let's see, let's get the obvious things out of the way. I guess that's my strategy now, the meta, as it were. Or my meta, anyway. We're gonna go around the edges. Whoop. Can I look for things to chop down, or various random socks? Oh, I didn't see that. Various random socks. Slime Cat? That's one of them. And... let's see... 7-Up. It says 13, but in the 7-Up font. Nothing in there. Got a little Woodstock thing going on here, or Magstock if you're me. Hopefully... thank you very much. Hopefully I'll actually be able to go to that this year. As playing my life more than about a week in advance for once. Maybe make that happen. Fabulous Gloop. Alright. These are weird creatures in EBF 5 because they don't fight the way I expect them to fight for some reason. Anyway. Here's another tropical tree. There is nothing behind it. Boy, there's a lot of... that was a chicken wing. There's a lot of characters in this one. This one really is going to be a Where's Waldo. So there's just someone like fluting with headphones on, and then there's just like a cat head. Let's see, I see a glow. I'll take that. I see another glow. I'll take that too. There's a second card. Or there's the fluting cat. There's a second card in here somewhere. Thank you. Oh, that was one of them? Plenty of toilets. The toilet paper. I'm surprised toilet paper isn't the target in here. Let's see, there's a gem on top of that. Nothing popped out of the barrels or the... alright. This is the... is this like a full version of the power metal song? What song is this? I didn't know there was a full song to go with this. Is the B one of them? No, not in this level. Because this has been a thing since, what, EBF 2? And it's always been just like a couple of seconds of music, and I figured that it was just like a stock, like, metal theme sound effect that Matt found somewhere, but I guess there's an entire song to go with it. Is that an egg? What is that? Alright, let's go look inside the porta potties, because, I mean, we have to, they're here. Alright, so that's another soda. Hello. Minding your own business. Alright. There's still more tents. This is gonna be a really fun one to explore. Even if this one takes me forever, I feel like I'm gonna really like looking through it. Oh, are there 2 sound stages here? There are. Can we search all these? Is the milk one? The milk is one. Okay. Alright, so I can't move your wheelchair. There was one cat that's like just ahead. Are you gonna be like, I don't know, floating in water or something? Okay, so here we have the audio technicians. Ocarina in the blue tent to the north. Blue tents to the north. This one, that's an ocarina. Good catch, thank you very much. Oh, here, alright, that's the cat. Not in like a pond or anything, but just in the tree, for whatever reason. This thing is, I feel like that's gotta be in here. That looks like, I don't see it though. There we go, alright. What are these 2, like, paving stone things? They almost look like Mithril, the crafting items from the EBF games. I'm not sure if that's what it's going for though. Does anything happen if I pop all these balloons? This is the sort of thing that I feel like there might be an achievement for if you just pop all the balloons. Because I know there's 1 or 2 that are for things like eating all the food in a specific level or that kind of thing. Gem. There's a spray bottle there. Alright. I guess you use that to ward off unruly dogs or something. There's also a grayish-black beer bottle with an orange label. Oh, it was an angry face. I'm expecting to find the last card, like, on one of the stages somewhere. Where was the first card? I feel like I clicked on the first card by accident. There's the turd. Would the beer be in the crowd? Someone's got a broken iPad over there. Looks like a takeaway box turned upside down. It kind of does, yeah. That's probably what it's supposed to be instead of just random metal. There's that mushroom that gave me a lot of trouble in one of the other levels. Oh, hello. Can I open these? There's a... Why were you in there? A lot more balloons to pop in here. Beer under the cart with the heart glass. Under the cart with the heart glass. In the crowd to the right of the left speaker. Oh, that was a gem. I thought that was this for a minute. Oh, that beer, not the bottle. Alright, yeah. Forgot about those. Little danger noodle under the pile of leaves. Yeah, there's a lot of graffiti, and I keep clicking on the graffiti expecting it to be a card, and then it's not. What about on this side? Oh, I can change the music. Put it back. There we go. You can steal your, popcorn chicken also. Doing decently on the currency. I found a bunch of those. A lot of it's been in the crowd. Where else would the beer be found? Beer bottle on the left side of the east stage. That would be this one. that I'm looking at. Oh, west stage. I see a lot of the green ones. Left side. Oh, here in the back, behind that cardboard cutout. Okay. In one of the other levels, this upside down takeout container was like off in the woods in the back. I don't know if it'll be in the same place in this level, or if it would be like by the tents, by the line for admission. Oh, I was hoping I could open the suitcase, do a little security check, but the game has other ideas. What is that? Oh, that's a newspaper. Is what that is. Oh, chicken leg inside behind the pillow. Got some leaf piles. Alright, so again, there's maybe a 30% chance or so of finding something beneath any given leaf pile. Oh, alright, that was one of the ones in this level. I forgot that was in this level. Hello. Where would a coffee cup be? There is... Here? Is that it? Alright, so in the vendor that's selling coffee. That's straightforward enough. The picnic basket in the south. Alright, so there's something in there, but it was not an important item. I do feel like... Oh, is this the last chicken leg? I do feel like the beer bottle could be pretty much anywhere, though. In a place like this. I can just steal your chicken also. I feel like the implication here is that like the chicken is in the grill press because the chicken is about to get turned into concessions. Is that... I thought that was a gem, but that might just be some other red random thing. I haven't found another card though, and I'm a little surprised. Was the first card just like in one of the tents and I think I clicked on it by accident? Anything else that can be found in like the canopies of trees? Because that does happen sometimes. I've checked some of the trees, but not others. Oh, here's the last oak leaf. Okay. Gonna take that. These campers definitely have a lot of food and they're definitely being messy about it. Oh, here's another tree. Can I chop that? Alright, last beer bottle there. I just need a mug of... I feel like I've seen a mug of orange juice somewhere. Have I seen that, like... Okay, so these are glasses of... It might not be orange juice, it might be beer, but I've seen glasses, but... I also do feel like I've seen a mug. It's not one of these, and just like half visible. It is one of those, but half visible, okay. Takeaway box on the east of the map under a squirrel. Under a squirrel, like the squirrel is sitting on it. Oh, here we go. Alright, almost sitting on it. So that's that. And I will stay here and look for the last card. Yeah, if it's not like affixed to something on the stage or affixed to the graffiti or something like that, I'm not sure. I'm okay. So I might just use my hint on that. Let's go roughly in the middle. Okay, well, the middle in this one is pretty big, but we'll start there. Someone's got a hat. Is it the middle, like... Okay, I know that, thanks. In here? There we go. Alright, inside that picnic basket. Alright, so... this is once again fan art of the crew. And I think I'm going to take my leave from this one, and we can move on to 5-5. Alright. Let's see what 5-5 has for us. This is much more peaceful. It's also quite a bit of a smaller level. There's only 13 targets, 12 gems, 1 card. Okay. Firstly, I see you. Any obvious... Oh, that's not a gem. That's... I don't know, a Final Fantasy crystal or something like that. Let's see. You look the same. Same animals, facing the same directions, same coloration. Birds. Alright, this guy is missing in one of them. Nice hat. I like that hat. Is this like the king of the forest or something? Alright. Bird's nest with eggs versus just an omelet. That's another gem. Filled up. But before we get to that, alright, so that's... I don't know what that is. Is that a mole? It's not a platypus. It doesn't have a bill. I like these sound effects. Is that it for the north part? This sign, 3 arms versus 2. This is like the main... Oh, hi, Gem. This is like the main attraction in this level, and I don't see any differences between them. Same staff, same fox, same hat, same bird. Same pile of rocks. Alright, I'm gonna move on from that for now. I still have not received an explanation as how so many of these, like, quadrupeds end up in trees. It's just one of the things that happens in this game sometimes. I'm surprised I can't interact with the mouse traps. Alright, different animal. These the same? These are the same. But here, alright, so starfish and no starfish, that's an easy one. This is a rock versus a shell. What about behind here? I think these are the same, but I will take the currency. There's an eggplant and sushi? Gem to the west of the shark. Oh, cool pearl down there. Find 500 gems, cool. How many are in the entire game? I think there's like 2,000 in the entire game. And so far in... That's not a pearl, right? That's an egg. So far in the, sunflower, no sunflower. In the levels I've done, I've generally gotten most of them. I'm gonna guess that maybe I've come across like 600 or so if I picked up 500 in total. Is this a card? That is not a card. Which makes me think that the later levels are gonna go absolutely wild, and we might be in there for a while. Same payload in the cuckoo clock. Different animal here. This feels like it should be a card, though. But I guess it isn't. Books, pile of books. Those all look the same. I've got 10 out of 13, apparently, already. Alright. What about... Thank you. Is that a gem? That's a gem. Alright, bird and no bird. Oh, it's a rock in one and not in the other. Is there something behind you? That's just a metal thing. What about here? Above the house. That. Anything in these bags? Anything in containers in general in this one? That's not like... not like a container that I can open. It's funny being in such a peaceful level after the last one. Am I losing my mind, or does something about this look different? I think I might be losing my mind. Just need 2 more. Oh. Sorry. Bye. Oh, that's a sticker. Alright. Now that it's a lot easier to see what that was with that deer thing gone. No swimming, I guess. Well, that hasn't stopped, like, this animal who had to have gotten out here somehow. Anything else inside? Little cauldron. Food. Turkey. I was talking with my dad about haggis yesterday, and I don't remember how it came up, but somehow we got on the topic of haggis, and all I could think of was how the sheep in the Epic Battle Fantasy games are frequently referred to as wild haggis. Koopamat, who is the IRL person who makes this game, is Scottish. He lives in Glasgow. So there's all kinds of jokes of that nature in these games. I am not seeing anything else. I don't suppose anybody else sees anything else, otherwise I will start using the hint system. Only 7 minutes in, but the first 11 came pretty quickly, and then after that, I, ran out of steam, apparently. Oh, there's ivy, and then there's no ivy, or ivy and then moss. That's one of them. That's one of the ones I had to stare at for a minute before I realized it was different. And like this, there's an obvious section of the level like in here where I haven't circled anything yet. So, not seeing any obvious differences though. Alright, I guess it's time for the last hint. On the right side, so let's most of the stuff on the right side of the level is like here, so I feel like I can't be far away from it. Same moss, same coverings on the rocks, same shapes of the rocks. Anything that's like on the beach on one and not on the other. These all look the same. Should I ask for another one? Out in the open, so no trickery. All this is the same. I didn't mean to keep clicking on that one. Oh wait, here. Alright, leaves and no leaves. Alright, that one took far too long. I was considering, was that 10 minutes exactly? That was 10 minutes exactly. I was considering using the last hint, but alright. We can do that. So 5-6, Fantasy Island. Let's go and do this one. I've been streaming for a little less than 2 hours today. I think I'm going a little bit faster than I was in the last one. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this one, maybe get a start on the next world in the stream. Alright, what is this? Oh, this is like an... Broadly speaking, this is like an amusement park level. Alright. A lot of angry faces in the last couple levels. Alright, I did not even get that far, but that's one of the targets. Is that... What is that? Is that a jacket? I cannot tell what that is. Got some... This is another one with the medieval sounding music going on. Thank you. Any choppable trees? Any low-hanging fruit, as it were? Magic 8-ball, cars. Alright, blue frogs. So we gotta look out for blue frogs. Thank you. Is that a car? I think that's a car. Alright, that's one of them. Cassette tape with a frowny face on it. I can't tell if that dog is looking away or if it just doesn't have a face. Oh, triangle sandwich? That's one of them. That's candy, that's not gems. The oak leaves are not a target in this level. Alright, so not looking for those this time around. Hello. Hello. One of those lucky Neko things. Alright. Different kind of cat than the one that we're usually looking for. Can I move this? Yes, but that didn't really do anything. Although there is a pearl there. Is that a... That is a thing. Okay. And another. Oh, I didn't even know that was one of them. Poking all the animals by force of habit. What about other gems and trees? Because those should be easy to find if I ever looked for them, which I often don't. Okay, so that's just trash. That's not a... I thought that was one of the star-shaped things. Is this a target? That is a target. What about these swan boats? Hello. Just right on top of that tower. Neither of you guys are targets. I need 3 platypus or platypi. Broken iPad. I can move all of these carts up here. Game Boy. Ramen. Oh, I didn't even realize that was... Alright, that was one of the accidental ones. Alright, Chibi Mat. What about... anything that I would want in the ramen shop? I mean, I want the ramen to eat, like, in general, but... I was thinking maybe, like, the Lucky Neko thing. That's not a target, right? That's a different sausage. Some eggs. Could go for some French fries too, if you don't mind. I moved one or two of them and found something, but bye. I moved one or two of them and I found something, but I don't really expect to find something behind every single one of these. There's a horse on the track. That's a platypus. A lot of birds. What about just a seagull? Have I seen a seagull? There's a seagull up there. Is this the same seagull I'm looking for? It is. Oh, it's one of the gravity games. Gravity drop things. Someone talked me into going on one of those once. I have no idea why. I think I tried that one already. That was the chocolate bar. Oh, bird on top of the tower? Yeah. I only just now saw that you left a hint about that. Is that a gem? That is a gem, not a golf ball. I think that was a gem. So, a lot of golf balls just sitting around. I wonder how many golf balls can be found just like at the bottom of like water traps and stuff in golf in general. Probably a lot. I don't know how often they would go down there to fish them out. Oh, there's even more in here? Wow. Alright, so someone is bringing home a goldfish in a bag. I don't know if that is for a pet or for meal. Oh. I thought there has to be something in here. Lucky cat on the west end of the golf course. Oh, alright. Right by the fence there. Thank you, sir. I can still drag the row of icons around side to side even though there's no, like, arrows. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Alright, I saw that shiny. Can I go inside these towers? I cannot go inside these towers. There's also, I guess those are probably pigeons, brown pigeons. They look like they're roosting on something, or maybe not roosting on something. They look like they're standing on, like one of these, is what that makes me think. What happened to you? Did you fall off? You fall off your horse? There's also another card. There is a lot of the level which I still haven't found anything in yet. That's a platypus. This like whole section, this whole middle section of the level, I haven't really found anything yet. There's a soda bottle. Gem on the slide. Hang on, that's candy cane. Just gonna nom on that. Gem above the slide. Did I get that already, or was there another gem? Oh, behind. There we go. Wait, is this a card? I think that's a card. Alright, that's a card. Matt is the coolest guy by far. He's a great friend, a brave warrior, and an even better boss. He has over 100 fans, and his dream is to be rich. Something tells me that in-game Matt wrote that one himself. I still haven't found a blue frog. And this is definitely a level that's on the more colorful side. That's the third platypus. This is definitely a level that's on the more colorful side, so I wouldn't be surprised if it just blends in. Compared to, like, earlier in Red Pine Town. This track doesn't make sense. Like, you start here and it feeds into the circuit, and it looks like, aside from the breakage, it like goes around and around, but there's no way to like, you'd have to stop, turn around, and kick yourself in the other direction to get out. Pigeon right side of the big tent. Right side of the big tent. I see these birdos, but those aren't Those aren't the pigeons. I'm looking for... Oh, inside the tent. Okay. We can do that. Can these move? This one can move. Alright, that's the cassette tape. Smaller than I thought it was going to be. There's also a cell phone, a magic 8-ball. Where would the magic 8-ball be? I have no idea. Is someone going to be playing golf with a magic 8-ball or something? That's the best I can come up with here. And there's also a chickadee, a sausage, and a crow. The crow looks like it could be perched on something. Is that an ostrich back there? What are you doing, sir? Anger the ostrich. A golden N64 controller. Alright, interesting find, although not one of the ones that I'm looking for. Gem under the tracks west of the start area. West of the start area. Under the tracks? Might have to get back to you on that. Oh, here, there we go. Yeah, I like seeing, not all the animals do have an angry state. Some of them just like, some of them will just like fly away or fall away, but a lot of them do. I don't know exactly when that started. That's a bit of an epic battle fantasy tradition. I think that goes back to like 3, back in like the early days. Where if you like interact with animals a certain number of times, there would be some funny event that happens after that. I'm not doing that well in this level. There's still a lot that I haven't found at 11 minutes. These two guys are having a staring contest. Anything in the garbage can? Alright. What is that? Is that candy? Nothing behind those balloons. Where would it make sense for there to be soda? In a lot of the other larger levels, there are... Oh, here's soda. Okay. I was gonna say, in a lot of the other larger levels, there's like a sizable area where cats are eating food, but in this game, there's just like that food stand and this hydration stand, I guess? And it happened to be by the hydration stand, this like little picnic table there. There's a, overall surprising lack of food in this one, though. Gem in the tower. I assume you mean this tower because it's by far the biggest, unless you meant this tower. But there's not as much inside prepositional space there. Oh, here we go. There we go. Still have not found the blue frog. That's got to be under something, right? I feel pretty confident in saying that I'm probably going to have to move something out of the way to get the orange frog. Did I check in there yet? What about here? Alright, that's the chickadee. Oh, is that the bird that makes that noise? Chickadees? I know that we got a ton of chickadees around here, but I've never, like, stopped to ask one of them what they have to say. That is a mushroom, that is not a gem. Is that a gem? No, that's a letter. You guys really stick angry faces on everything here, don't you? Actually, that's not the angry face. The angry face is... There's one of them somewhere else. There still feels like there isn't a lot that I found in the middle. Can manhole covers be opened? That's a good question. Where do you see one? Oh, here's a gem right here. Gonna grab that. This one? The answer is yes, apparently. Alright, there's a frog. That's a good idea there. What about the old cell phone? Ah, this thing got me again. I thought that was... There's a dog in a cage. Why is the dog in the cage? I feel like the other music fit better. There we go. Oh, that's the bandana. We've got all the cards anyway, but the corner of this looks like the corner of some of the cards. I like the implication that this gravity tower thing has recently undergone maintenance, and they haven't even bothered to like clear away the tools before strapping people into it and sending them up and down again. Everything in this game, all the scenes and environments in this game are pretty on the chaotic side. Is that a watermelon pattern? Leaf pile west of the statues. West of the statues over this one. Alright, that is a Nintendo Switch. That does not check off any boxes, but I wonder if anybody wants that back. That one's the angry face. I am feeling a little lost on the last ones. I feel like I should at least be able to figure out the sausage, because there's not, again, there's not that many other places in this level where people are eating things. There's a wet floor sign up here. I guess it doesn't have to be caution wet floor, but it certainly is that shape. We're going on 18 minutes here, so I think I'll start asking for help, because I haven't really made a lot of progress. I'm gonna go move something out of the way and in the south. Okay, so does that mean is there a tree that I can chop that I haven't chopped yet? Or... I'm pretty sure I've moved all of the carts. Oh, there's a gem over there. I'm pretty sure I've moved all the carts. That's a fun sound. but... Oh, here's a blackbird. I'm gonna go and grab that. Move something out of the way in the south. Is there a leaf pile or something that I haven't gotten to yet? There could be a leaf pile. There's another sparkly. Thank you very much. Oh, wait. You were just... That didn't require something to be moved. It was just anchored to something that can be moved. Slight misnomer there. Roughly in the middle and visible from the sky. Okay. Roughly in the middle. I'm gonna take that to mean like in the inside of the track, roughly. Inside the bounds of this track. What are these statues? It looks like they should spell something or something, but it's not something that I recognize. Oh, you fell off your mount. Out in the open. Those should be the easy ones. And out in the open usually means it's not behind something, right? Like, it's not going to be mostly obscured by, like, a bush or something. East of the hot dog stand, the rat is eating it. Rat is eating it, like on the track? Or... out here? Where do I see rats? This is another good reason to anchor all the animals I see, so that if there's... It makes me focus on the animals, so if they're having some interaction with an object, it makes it easier to find. East of the hot dog stand. Oh, I see it. Okay, wow. That's sneaky. It's pretending to be one of the branches. Good eye there. Alright. And these last two, northern half and in a container, so there's I don't know what containers there might be that I haven't identified as containers yet, but for example a barrel or a golf is there? Okay, so there can be things inside the golf. Alright, there we go. And while we're here, just ejecting everything from the holes in case there's currency or something. All right, so last one, right hand side behind something that moves. Okay. I already found something under the carts, so it's probably not that. Something that moves. The clouds don't move in this one, right? The swan doesn't move. Signet doesn't move. else might move? I can't move the swings. Is it possible that there's another one of the carts that I moved, but I didn't realize there was something important behind? Anything here move? Oh, I can make those go up and down? Neat. In that case, there we go. Nice. Okay, that was fun. I think that was, that's all the cards. I think worry about the gems some other day, and we can move on. Roller Coaster Tycoon had a big impact on me as a kid, but I didn't enjoy the rides very much in real life. But it turned out that my local theme park was just really bad with very bumpy and painful rides. That'll do it. I traveled more and realized that there are plenty of great parks out there with super smooth rides that don't make my soul leave my body. Natalie, on the other hand, still thinks she's going to die whenever I drag her onto a big roller coaster. Oi, that's too much information. Okay, okay. Alright, so final boss level of World 5. And we're going to search... Okay, so we got a bit of a ring of fire here. Guess we'll start here, and then we'll graduate towards the middle and then go from there. Should I look at all the targets? There's 30 gems, 26 targets, and 3 cards. I think this is the first level I've seen with 3 cards. This one we might be here a while, and this is probably going to be the last one I do in this stream. That's easy. Alright, right there in the treasure chest. Big lava slime. Appropriate enough to find in a place like this. For example, Exhibit A. This guy. Thank you. Is that one of the targets? That is. Alright, I don't know what that is. It looks like a Darumaka. Whatever the doll things that the Darumaka are based on. Alright, Fox in the hen house. I guess that's a dog house. It's not a hen house. We got a GS ball that we need to find. And... playing cards, runic cube. It's, looks like one of the MacGuffin things from EVF4. Alright, it's just called Daruma. Makes sense. Oh, I've got a an interior inside an interior in this one. Is that the first nested one that we found so far? Thank you. Boink. Somebody just, like, went out, found a barrel with a toxic waste in it, and said, I want that in my house. That's more or less what's happened here. Oh, we got 2 runic cubes. Okay. Can I make that take off if I click it enough times? No? Alright. Thank you. I'm gonna go up north next. Firstly, nothing under those guys. GS ball in the microwave. Maybe that's how Kurt makes them. That's another Daruma doll. Hello. Alright, there's a bit of money behind you. Is that an onion? I'll have to listen to it a little more, but this kind of reminds me of the Godcat battle song from EVF5, the super boss. Another one of the Lucky Neckers. Those aren't one of the targets in this level. There's like a dry no legs. Are cards one of the targets in this level? I think they were. I think that'll be this one. No? Oh, it's diamond, heart, and then clubs, and this is clubs, diamond, and then spade, I think? Not quite the same one. Oh, hello. Another, is that a round platypus? What is that exactly? I think it's a mole. I don't think it's supposed to be like a round platypus. Again, it doesn't have the bill. Thank you. Soda, no soda in this one. That's the helmet. And that's another gem. Expect to see a lot of those blending into the very red trees. Buster sword. Hello? Oh, an electric, what was that, an electric elemental? Not an elemental, an electric, spirit thing. Is there a fire flower behind there? Yeah. You think it's another frog? I thought it was... I guess it could be. It looks like it's got hands that are like, that have fingers. Like mammalian fingers. Which is why I thought mole. I guess it could be another frog. We've got the green ones. I don't know if it's a direct recolor of something else or not. Pearl, up there. Very round squirrel. Though I don't think these are the, one of the targets here. Owl. These pink masks are not a, not a target. I can't move... Alright, let's leave that on louder music. I can't move these clouds, I don't think. Cinders. There's just a brain. Just sitting out there. For some reason. Hello. Alright, most of the biggest island is over here, so I think I'll probably find a lot of stuff out there. What about, like, because I didn't see, like, everything in this list at once. Is there anything that I just passed over, like that hamburger, because I didn't see it earlier? There's an underwater section here. Gem. Card. Alright, so that's 2 out of the 3 cards. I see another one of the runic cubes. This card never made it into the final game, so if you're reading this, you probably cheated to find it. Or Lance messed up. We'll just blame Lance. Although, level design seems to be, Anna's prerogative and, on the team. Nothing on this little tiny island. Oh, there was something on that little tiny island there. Alright. I'll take it. There's another cutaway here. Anything else? Maybe an anchor? The anchor. Alright. What is that? Is that a barrel or is that just like another wheel? What about dry no legs? Where are we gonna find dry? Oh, right. I just saw you. No, that's not dry no legs? It's got an ever so slightly different mouth, is what it is. What is that? That looks like modern art or something. Kind of weird modern art. There's one of the round... Oh, it makes a ribbit sound. It is a frog. I hear that now. Grab that while we're here. And is it time to move on to the last island? Did I find everything that I think I'm going to find here? It's also missing an ear. Yeah, the ear is broken. I'm still thinking back to that level with the hot air balloons. I really like that one. But it also makes me think, like, every time I see a cloud, I should be able to move either the cloud out of the way or something, like, through the cloud or something like that. Which is most often not the case. Here's another Daruma down there. Anything in here? There is just a completely empty room. That's unusual. I feel like there's going to be something done for a laugh with that. Some animal falling down, making a splash or something. I only found the one fire flower, and it was like stuck to a wall. Are there going to be more fire flowers stuck to walls? What are you guys doing? Mustard. Alright, that's another one of the cubes. I saw something jiggle. Alright, that was one of the sausages. Are all the sausages going to be inside something? Star. Are all the sausages going to be inside a container of some sort? There's a gem. Well, there's a lot of interior space here. A disembodied hand. Alright, as one does. Here's the flame gem thing. Easy find there. Is this the correct playing cards? That is the correct playing cards. I can knock that one off the wall. Where on earth am I going to find a brain? Alright, there's the dry no legs. That's just a clay tablet. It's a Nintendo DS. That's a secret mushroom. Not one of the things that we're looking for, but... Is that a sticker? That's... Alright, so that's another card sticker. The stickers aren't really cards, but they, say the same category of collectible. Alright. Alright, here's another sausage. That's 2 out of those 3. Only found the 1 fire flower so far. Thank you. Boink. Any other walls that I might find a fire flower affixed to? What about this cube, this runic cube? Oh, here's the brain. That's the brain. A couple of masks. That kind of looked like the red orb that's needed to make Groudon. Which one was that? What was that in reference to? Was that the, this thing? I don't remember seeing just like an orb. Except for, like, the soccer ball or whatever. What about up here? Anything in here? Alright, that's the meat. You didn't appreciate me claiming that, apparently. Here's that hand. It's made a few appearances so far, I think, but I don't think it's ever been... Has it been a target in this game so far? Stealing your food. Here's another one of those frogs. And I just need a couple of things. In the tower with the gold... Oh, the flame gem thing. I guess it kind of does. That was there was a red, a green, and a blue one of those from... that you were supposed to go around and... like, bring to the God Cat shrine thing in EBF4. Is there anything up here I haven't looked at yet? Poking you in the eye. I still got 9 gems to find, which is rather a lot. Almost certainly, once I'm done streaming this game, once we've found all the main targets and all the levels, I'll just come back and probably finish off the gems with the hint system. But I'm not really holding myself to that. Where else is there? I've only found the 1 fire flower, which is like the really weird one to me, because I feel like... Okay, here's one. I'm not surprised at all that I'm missing a sausage, and I have no idea where to even start looking for the runic cube. But... Did that make you jump? I can't remember. Oh, is this a fire flower? That's the last fire flower. Okay. That was fast. As for the sausage, eastern area, inside or behind another object. Okay. Gem in the upper right, the cat is looking at it. There's a lot of upper right here, but... See, those are all dogs. There is a cat. You're not really looking at anything. I guess you're kind of looking at that thing. Upper right. This whole area could be considered upper right, but I think you probably mean one of these islands. I also don't think I found anything actually in the lava yet so far. Who just left their soda here? Cat is looking away, like away from the camera, away from the point of view of me. Oh, this one. I thought this was a dog. Is this a cat? It's like it's making a fox noise. Anyway. That's a gem, thank you. And I've forgotten what side. The right side, and I think it was inside a container. North of the first fire flower? Yeah, that one. Let's see. I'm gonna look out for containers. I feel like these rocket ships things, they make a beeping sound when you click on them. I feel like they should, like, take off. What containers have I not clicked on? Each of these pipe pieces will, like, rattle on its own. I wonder if there's a chance that there's anything inside one of those. What is this? This looks familiar. Was this also like a Newgrounds character from like the mid-thousands or something? The mid-2000s? That thing there looks familiar. Sausage east of the house. East. This house? Oh, here, I see it. Alright, so... Oh, was that behind something? Was that like behind a leaf pile or something? I clicked on the leaf pile and I didn't see the sausage. I think that might have been a leaf pile at some point. Anyway, the runic cube in a container in the western half, so the opposite of where we've been. And... let's see... Not there. Is this container? Alright, this container. The one island I haven't been on yet. Alright. So that's it for this level. Yeah, that is it for this level. There's no more cards. I'm going to... Do I want to do one more? That one didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. We've been going for 2.5 hours. Did you notice the violent content setting? Yes, I did. I think that's for angering things and for, like, blowing up animals and that sort of thing. You can turn that off if you prefer. Let's see. Each of these first worlds is... So it's almost... Should I go in here and just knock off whatever I'm missing? So there's a card in this level and a card in this... I guess this was before I started going out of my way to look for cards. I'm just gonna jump in here and see if I can find the last 2 cards here. I barely remember, because this was... Alright, really? Did I not find that? That was just right there. How did I not find that? Alright. Is there any chance that, like, I did find it and I just didn't save or something? That's really weird. Oh, that's right. I know that there's also an achievement for clicking on a certain number of things in the level select. Wait, you can find gems in the level select? That is insane. There aren't targets in the level select, are there? I can't zoom in when I scroll the mouse wheel. I just move. You can find gems in the level select. That's kind of crazy. All right. Huh. Well, enough of that. I'm gonna go in here for the last card. Maybe there's a cursor that helps with the cards. I can't remember. I think there's some cursors. There's some new cursors that were added that look for specific things. I can't remember if cards were among them. There was always the hints. There was 4 cards in this one. All right. I guess the last one wasn't the maximum that we've seen so far. I could always use the hint system, but I will give it just a couple of minutes looking around with my eyes, because I do hope that I've gotten a little bit better at figuring out where things are likely to be hidden. For example, I don't remember when I started knocking all the pictures off the walls, but sometimes you'll find something behind a picture on the wall, and it might be worth going and just testing those. I do know that I spent a lot of time in this one, though. So, I'd be surprised if there was anything that was just out in the open the way that that one card was in the other level, in 1-2. Yes, this level did have a couple of those. Can I click on all the siege weapons and make something happen? I don't know if I'm gonna find a card inside like a crater or something. Boink. Boink. Sorry, chicken. I feel like this is a reference to something. Is this like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe or something? I feel like that's a reference to something. Brass horse. Well, if I don't find the last card... Oh yeah, that's right. If I don't find the last card just by scanning around, I will go and just use the hint system. Alright, so left-hand side, it might be indoors. Okay, that is a good hint because the indoor areas are usually a lot smaller than the outdoor ones. Although it doesn't say if it's a card or if it's a sticker, because those things do sort of look different from each other. It also doesn't say if it's inside something else in an indoor area. I can't go behind here, can I? Oh, there we go. Alright, behind the plate. I see it. Oh, nice. Alright. Title card. I'm gonna take my exit, and I think that is gonna be 100% for World 1. Nice. Do I want to, let's see, can I claim any more of these? What am I at? I'm a little more than a third. Don't remember if any other, alright, Gem Rush, I can claim that one. Should I do one more? It is 4:04 local time. So I think I'll do a little bit more. Let's see. World 6. I'll start this one, and hopefully the early levels in World 6 won't take too long. Alright, Star Ball. Alright, so there's only 11 targets, 12 gems, and 1 card. The level itself is a little bit bigger than some of the other early levels, but not too ridiculous. Are you it? You are it. Okay. It's a very large light bulb. I don't know what is going on with that light bulb. Hammer? Hammer is not one of them in this level. Is it umbrella? Was there not anything in any of these 3 levels in this lighthouse? Nothing hiding inside the barrels. Oh, there's an umbrella. They did add a cursor that helps with the cards in this update. All right. There haven't been too many cards that are giving me trouble. Usually just there's only one in each level, and you can usually see them sticking out. They're not like really well hidden. But if oh, that's right, the octopus things change color. If I really get stuck on one, I'll go and I'll have to remember to go and do that. None of these. There's just like a turtle. Not that turtle. This turtle? That turtle. And there's also a clam that's like open. Not sticking up like those two. But most of the clams are sticking up. One that's open. Boink. Is that a beaver? I think that's one of them. That's one of them. Take that. That's the coal, okay. I wasn't sure if that was coal or not, but finding it in there probably is. Another gem. Half of the gems, and I haven't even looked up in the trees or in the clouds yet. There's probably going to be like a white or a gray one in the clouds somewhere, right? You. Oh, here's the clam. Right there. Is this a pine cone? I think that's a pine cone. That's an acorn. Not a pine cone. There's a pine cone. And I just need a card. And a potted plant. That's the potted plant. That one only took 3 minutes. We were gonna stay here until I find the card. Hopefully this won't be too much trouble. I'll pick up some more of the currency items along the way. I wonder if that is also if that one is also broken, or if the problem is only with the gem one. Yeah, I'll probably, like, when I'm done with this, I'll leave a comment on the update notes or on the Steam forums, or I'll just send a message on Blue Sky or something when I'm done. And I can't imagine that it'll. All right, there's the card. That's the last one. I can't imagine it'll be that much of a problem to address properly. All right, so I think I will end this off here. I have been going for not quite 3 hours, 2 hours 40 minutes or so, and let's see. Before I do that, should I go and just, like, unlock stuff? I've tended to end off these streams with just unlocking stuff. I've got 809 Great British Pounds of currency with me right now, so I should be able to claim a decent number of UI filters or mascots or that sort of thing. And some of these are more expensive than others. Some of these are... What are these? It's like red. The pictures on the icons don't... Oh, that was every filter already? The pictures on every icon don't necessarily, like, correspond to the what they actually look like. They're just like a thing that is orange, a thing that is blue, a thing that is red, a thing that is caffeinated, I guess. We'll turn that off. The cursors now say keys. Oh, it also just says hard mode. Wait. Okay, so these two, it might just be these two. The last three keys. I haven't seen them pulsing for that either, unless that means it's only in hard mode. Maybe it does. I haven't done hard mode yet. I'll probably do hard mode eventually. Alright, anyway. I think that is going to be it for now. I am going to just grab the last thing that popped out, and we can call it here. Next time, World 6, and we'll see if I can really get going. Maybe I'll do World 7 too in the next time. But in the meantime, you should all go check out Wizardix and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. Is there anything else? What else do I usually say when I end things off? Subscribe to YouTube things. I'm not a good YouTuber, so I don't remember to ever, like, say that, but, checking off boxes. Here we are. This is the YouTube ecosystem. I hope you all enjoy this. I will try to do this around the same time next week, and I will see you all later.